And I'm Chris.
So, anyone bothered by the fact that Tong's base is in a parking garage in a city with no cars?
You know, it didn't occur to me that it was a city with no cars. I just thought, oh, just another weird place. Well, it is a city with cars. It's just that none of them are ever driven or go anywhere, and they're all kept in this garage, waiting for somebody to build some roads.
I was actually bothered by the fact that you have this really awesome club, and you base your gang out of a garage.
Yeah, I mean, oh, where did that? Oh, you know what? So the floor here is kind of screwed up because I remember knocking these guys out in particular, and in certain parts of the floor they will just fall through. Although I can't seem to get this guy to do it. So I guess the concrete here is unusually soft.
What did we just pick up?
I think we picked up a heavy rifle. Yeah, we've got a heavy rifle now. No ammo for it.
Oh yeah. Oh, no ammo. Great. Josh,
Yeah.
like, this game just drops metric truckloads of heavy rifle ammo on you, and you have managed not to pick up any.
Well, in his defense, heavy rifle ammo does take a ridiculous amount of inventory space. It's as big as a gun for one bullet.
Well, yeah, that's true, but, I mean, you know what else also takes up a lot of inventory space? A heavy rifle.
Totally thought you were going to say your mom.
Well, no, I mean, actually,
What the hell, Rutskarn?
I don't know.
Ruined everything!
That caught me off guard somehow, I'm not sure. I was not ready for that.
Where is the radar system? Let's upgrade that. And let's punch through walls.
Yay, I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that considering you can get here by killing basically all of Tong's men, he seems to take it pretty well no matter which way you go about it.
He is an amazingly good sport, as in he will not even deign to bring it up.
Access denied.
Yeah, he will.
He no matter what you do, if you murder your way in or if you sneak your way in, he goes, pretty rude of you to come in here without knocking and, you know, come into this place.
He makes a comment about how you killed a bunch of his guys.
Does he?
Yeah.
I must not have killed enough of them to get that response out of him. Maybe you have
Finish
to
your
kill
damn
them all.
lockdown.
Okay, as somebody who actually really enjoyed the wall breakthrough-y augment, can you actually do what they do in the trailer where Jensen breaks through a wall and then immediately knocks two guys out?
Yes.
You can
cannot-
knock one guy
yes.
out, but two... Okay, interesting.
Well, they have to be standing there, is I think the thing. I mean, it's really just... Is anybody standing there? If they are, you automatically get a free knockout on them.
Useless stuff for laser rifle battery. Well, I guess we could... Can you get laser rifles here?
You were about to
think
get
you
the laser
can.
rifle. You were about
Huh.
to get it from Tong. So.
Oh,
if you
that's
wanted
right.
to
He
use-
gives it to you.
Yeah. So definitely
Alright.
don't bother picking it up. Just walk
I
away
think
from
this
it.
is the wall that I was talking about like 20 episodes ago. Oh.
The one where you.
Okay, there was a guy standing back there. When I killed that, when I broke through that wall, it was just nobody was standing there, and it was just like, oh, how about that?
And then everybody shot you.
Yeah, and then everybody shot me, and I died in like 2 seconds. Oh yeah, these guys have cloaking devices. Come out.
You know what this game actually kind
Yeah, I
of...
saw that. Sorry, continue.
You know what this game kind of lacks, and it brings up occasionally but doesn't really enforce, is this idea of augment on augment gameplay, really, outside of other people cloaking.
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, it's the Tong
Yeah.
conversation, I
Hey,
guess.
I like how they're attaching this arm to his body with an arc welder. What the hell, Tong? Is that really the best you can do?
No,
is
they're
weld
giving it a
to him, or-
tattoo.
That's far enough, Guilo.
And I like how they're all looking at it. They're just staring at it.
And they hired the guy
Nice.
from Brink.
Very good there, Jensen. Just walk into the room and let them all point their guns at you. Are you planning on using the Typhoon or just getting shot?
Also, Tong needs to change about 90% of the light bulbs in this room.
Yeah,
Also,
this
we
is
don't
like
know
a
this is Tong
surgery
yet, do
here.
No,
No,
this
we
is
don't know.
the moment you figure out it's Tong. Although if you've been paying attention,
I thought we were friends. Then my hacker gets killed.
yeah, okay, here we go.
Break into my place of business, and you don't even
Oh,
have
hey,
the
look, they turned the
manners
lights
to
back
knock
on.
when you enter a room. A lot of bell tower heavies looking.
Oh,
for
I
you.
guess he didn't mention
And
that,
you
huh?
I don't just turn you over.
Why does he have part of the crisis suit?
Never touch the
I never noticed that before, but you're right. That does have a very crisis vibe to it. That black.
tech. Get you.
So here's another question: Is
Wrong moment, don't do that.
the GPLs are supposed to be
Say, man, I
like
got
fail-safe
position
locator
complaint.
beacons
Bell tower gave us his corpse a few weeks
to
ago.
make it so that nobody can go and
Tyrion's
kidnap
not the one
high-level
grabbing
Seraph
people off my
people
streets and giving
without
me
Seraph
choice
knowing
arms, so
where they
I
are.
close my eyes.
So why would you put the GPL in their
In an arm.
mechanical
Still alive, and
arm
maybe I have
that can be
Yeah, I
removed?
wondered.
Bell
I
tower
get.
keeps
I
pushing.
wondered.
I
the same
assumed it
thing.
would be
I think
like
nobody
in their
notices, but I keep an
brain
eye.
or
Every
something.
couple of days, one of them loads up in the
And
middle of the
remember,
night,
Sandoval
sails out.
couldn't remove
Heading
them.
where?
He was
Wise
like,
man
"Oh,
doesn't
I
ask.
couldn't get to
I
them."
just know the
Wait a
haze
minute,
and
you
soup
couldn't
goes
get
out
to a
tonight.
GPL that
And
was
where
in a
she may
dude's
port, I
arm?
bet you find your
How bad
scientists.
do you
Not to look a
suck?
gift horse in the mouth or
Man,
anything,
if
Tom.
I sucked as bad
I
as you,
know.
I'd probably
Exactly
kill
why you're
my.
telling me this.
Oh.
Bell tower being a pain in
Oh,
my ass
right.
too long. I think you give them major pain back plus interest. So, just outside this office
Okay,
at the
now
far
if
end of the
you
parking lot level,
had,
there's a
if you
door.
pre-ordered the
You
game or
need your
had
sewers near
the,
the port. Not a very pleasant walk, but hey, this is
I don't know, it was
They'll
some
tell her
pre-order
it's
thing.
tight
You got a little
security.
mission here,
How do you expect
and
me to
here
get
you
on
would
their
go
ship?
and
One of
rescue
my boys
Tracer
will leave a
Tong.
package inside
But
a
if you
locker
don't
for
have
you in
it,
an
he
equipment
doesn't
shed.
send
You
you
find
on
what
this
we
crappy
talk,
side
and I
quest,
tell you what
and
to
he
do
just
next.
gives you what you
I'll be
want.
waiting with bated
That
breath,
seems
I'm sure.
really weird to me. That
Oh, here we
he
go.
just
Here's
tells
the laser rifle.
he just tells you what you need to know, and instead of having us go rescue his son, who is Tracer Tong. And he's only ever named as Tracer Tong if you have that DLC or whatever it is.
Fuck.
Well, he gets on the boat that's called the Tracer.
Ow.
Yeah, I
You need to
know.
stop glitching out like that. Jeez.
I think there's nothing suspicious about the fact that everybody has
Oh,
them at once.
If Malik had died, this is where she would be right here. Or
Yep,
right here.
she
I'm
would
not
be
sure
right
which.
there.
Hang on, I need to punch
Just-
through more of your walls, Tong.
Just there, and this guy's hanging out, like, watching over Megan. And you can't go, this is a friend of mine. Do you mind? Can I, like, have a minute? Or what are you planning on doing with her? Or can I go and give her a proper... No, nothing. No dialogue.
Anyway, as I was saying before, if you've been paying attention to... ooh, more walls to break through. To what's been going on... a damage upgrade. With Tong, you might expect that that this had something to do with him because why is this a body bag? Because he had been, involved with the harvesters. But there's also an email you can read if you hack one of the computers that has Tong's hive address on it. So it's not a straight up complete surprise that Tong is the one that you find here.
I've totally lost where we're going. Oh, you're going to pick up this ammo.
Yeah, I wanted to get the ammo for the laser rifle.
I have never fired the laser rifle. Because
It's actually
the thing
not that great a weapon, but I want to carry around useless weapons because that's what I do.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I mean,
a
it's not
fantastic euphemism.
Why,
it is-
whatever for, Chris?
No comment.
Yeah, the worst thing about the laser rifle, I don't know if it's effective or not, because I picked it up once and saw it's like half your inventory, and I was like, I don't care if this thing calls down an orbital strike. It can't possibly be worth this much space. On the other hand,
Dude,
you're done with
strike
shops.
would totally be worth that much space.
You're done with shops at this point in the game.
you're not.
You are not going to.
You're done with shops, he says, as I walk up to a shopkeeper.
What I mean is, from this point forward, although to be fair, I'd never found this guy. Although, I didn't really explore the sewers. I was like, okay, sewer levels. I've been doing
This
this
is
since
right
about
next to
1980.
where you need to go.
I've been doing sewer levels since 1994. The less, the better.
The laser rifle is pretty good against boss fights and pretty useless otherwise. There isn't enough ammo to really justify using it as a general weapon, but it is powerful enough and good enough to use against any of the boss fights from here on out.
Yeah, and you don't really need it. I mean, it's overkill. The revolver is enough to just completely annihilate hordes of enemies at this point.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is that, like, even when they introduce, like, more powerful armored enemies, they're not actually that much harder to kill. Like,
You
yeah,
see what I got?
I just
Yeah, I would be
took
right.
everybody out.
You know
with
what? It
melee
doesn't
attacks.
matter if we... Money doesn't matter at this point. I'm just going to put this ammo upgrade on the laser rifle, because why not?
Also, man, I like that guy's steez. Check out that goldenrod neckerchief under a fedora and black blazer. Hell
Yeah, if this was...
Pretty sure
if
I
it,
rolled like that in Saints Row 2.
If this was Fallout New Vegas, it would be time for Mumble's plan, which is sequel hat plan murder.
Yeah. So, okay, does anyone... This is kind of where the game sort of broke for me, is... You're in Tong's parking garage, you go into the sewers again, walk about 10 feet, and then crawl through about 25 feet worth of vents, and you're outside of the damn city on a loading dock.
Yeah. I will say that I
Someone
love
spilled
that
electricity.
exiting that manhole has you automatically looking up so you can see the Pangu.
Yeah.
I like that because I
And
would
it
not
is
have
cool
looked
to see
up.
the city from this
Yeah,
angle.
it is a really amazing view. But you're right. It's like, wait a minute, we walked 20 feet and we came about 4 miles.
Oh, look, a crossbow. I don't care about that. Let's turn off the security cameras here.
Access granted.
Hacking. This is me talking about the hacking that you're doing and having.
Yeah,
commentary
I'm
things
responding
say
to your
about hacking
comments.
again.
Yes,
Okay,
and
that's
rebuttal.
good.
Rebuttal.
Game design commentary and also commentary on whatever was on the thing you just hacked, because it's always very different.
I don't think they should have made this hacking mini game as pipe dream. I think that was a bad design decision.
I'm gonna design a game that's a bunch of mini games, just so spoiler warning could never do it.
I want to make a game that's pipe dream, but every once in a while there's like a little break level where you play a first-person shooter.
You never see that, you know?
Never.
You
see
never
it.
see a casual game where occasionally you just pick up a minigun and mow down a horde of zombies. And then it's back to, like, Minesweeper.
Bejeweled.
That would actually be kind of an interesting game, where most of it is, like, you're like a base commander or something, like a base that's under invasion by mindless aliens or zombies or something, and most of it's from like this command screen where you're doing tower defense and like with turrets and stuff. But sometimes there's a failure state where like you really just got to go fix something manually, or you got to go get somewhere to deal with a zombie that's chewing on some cables or something, and occasionally you need to step away from the screen and go first person.
I always wanted to make like an RPG or an RTS that was like
Access
all
granted.
paperwork.
Didn't they do that like a military like a military style shooter mod that is just like sit around and do, like fill requisition orders for Humvees because that's what you've been deployed to do.
That sounds awesome.
There was a game, not quite as bad as Paperwork, but it was a satirical game making fun of airport security, and I thought it was brilliant. It was
Is this bogus, this
Yeah.
game?
no, it's a real game. It's like a flash-based game. If I could remember what it was called, I could actually give a link to it. But it was you're just working airport security, and little cartoon people come through, and like you have to like take off their shoes, or take off their shirt, or search their bag, and the policy changes. Nobody's allowed to have toothpaste, and then they're allowed to have toothpaste, but now they're not allowed to have nail clippers. Oh, they're allowed to have nail clippers, but now you have to take all hats and sunglasses, and the policy changes like every 7 people or so, and there are more and more policies, so it's harder to keep up with it every step of the way. And it was a wonderful satirical game that was actually a real game, but it also made it really good.
Tong? How did you get this frequency?
Which is that airport
Ancient
security is
Chinese
the only way we will ever
Now
be
listen,
safe.
you're going to plant that
Oh,
package
dear.
in Administrator Wang's office.
Oh,
Put it
that
on
is
the
so
bastard's
racist.
desk and trigger it. Sound good?
Also, we're really referencing Calgon in 2011, really?
Me.
The
I know.
explosion
It's
should
like, how
distract
old
the
is that
guards. Then
commercial?
you hop in
That
a cargo
commercial
pod
is
and off
older
go.
than any of
But
you.
only got one
Literally.
shot.
I know, it
That is
Once
predates
you trigger that
it
thing,
predates
get
me, and I learned of that from Wayne's World. So
Yes, that is where I learned that.
Yeah, that commercial, I remember seeing it when I was a tiny baby lad, like in the 70s. That is how old that commercial is.
But I know what you guys are talking about. He wasn't referencing anything. It really just is an ancient Chinese secret. They Chinese have lots of ancient secrets that are relevant to very specific fields of inquiry. I know a couple that I've gleaned through my travels. One that involves not getting bit by snakes. One that involves the etiquette for using a toilet at a friend's house.
I want to see a white guy use that excuse.
Ancient
How did
Chinese
you do
secret.
that? How did you do that,
Ancient
Rutscar?
Chinese secret.
Exactly.
Yeah, when somebody asks you, hey, how did you make these tacos so good, Rutsgarn?
Ancient Chinese secret.